If you're buying real estate in Nevada, there's an important update you need to be aware of. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or a seasoned investor, this change affects the way you work with your real estate agent. And it's very important to understand your rights and responsibilities, so let's break it down. First things first, what is the Buyer Brokerage Agreement? It's a legal agreement between the home buyer and their real estate agent. It spells out who your agent is, what services they'll provide, and how they'll get paid. Starting in 2024, Nevada made it mandatory for buyers to sign this agreement before touring properties with any agent. All right, let's dive a little deeper into why the Buyer Brokerage Agreement became mandatory. The main reason is transparency, especially around commission structure. For a long time in real estate, it was just customary for a seller to pay both their listing agent and the buyer's agent. It was just baked into the deal, almost automatically. Most buyers didn't ask any questions, and honestly, most sellers didn't either. But here's the thing, buyers were technically being represented, yet never signed anything acknowledging that relationship or how their agent was being compensated. That created a gray area. Who was the agent really working for? What were the expectations? And that lack of clarity is what this new rule aims to fix. And now that the Buyer Brokerage Agreement is required, buyers now have to sign an agreement with their agent before touring homes. And it outlines how the buyer's agent will be paid. That brings the money conversation out in the open. And that's where things are shifting. And now that it's on paper, some sellers are starting to realize, wait a minute, I don't have to pay the buyer's agent's commission? But here's the catch. Many smart sellers still do. Why? Because they know if they help cover the buyer's agent fee, they open the door to a larger pool of buyers, especially those who might not be able to afford those extra out-of-pocket costs. It's a more strategic move. Okay, let's talk about what's actually in the agreement. Exclusive representation. You agree to work with one agent for a set period of time. Compensation terms. This is how your agent gets paid. Typically, the seller will still cover the buyer's agent commission, but if not, the agreement spells out if you're responsible for any part. Duties of the agent. Your agent must act in your best interests, negotiate the best deal, and guide you through closing. Term and termination. The contract includes a start and end date, and how either party can end the agreement if needed. Now here's the thing to keep in mind. Signing this agreement doesn't cost you anything up front, and it doesn't lock you into a deal you don't want. But it does mean your agent is committing time and resources to help you, and you're committing to work with them. The agreement is typically exclusive, meaning you can't work with more than one agent at a time. However, you can typically cancel an agreement if you're not satisfied with your agent's services. And of course, you will have to cancel the agreement before working with another agent. There's usually a separate form for cancellations. And remember, everything in the contract, from the term length to the commission clause, is negotiable and can be discussed before signing. So if you're thinking about buying in Nevada, talk to your agent about this agreement early in the process. Don't be afraid to ask questions. It's your investment, and you deserve to feel confident every step of the way.